guys. Whoa. Okay. Out for a drive to go and get me and my friends not me and my family some dinner. So I decided, why not do a little vlog at the same time? Well, might as well, since I've got nothing to listen to. The radio's turned off. I don't want to listen to it. It's too boring. And I decided, why not? Alright, so why don't we talk about what's the difference between a nitrous oxide system, a turbocharger, and a supercharger. Now, here's the main difference. Beg your pardon if the footage is a bit shaky. I'm using my phone right now, if you're wondering why. Alright, so here's the difference. Number one, when you let's look at the nitrous oxide system first. The nitrous oxide system is actually comes in a tank, you see, and it's mostly nitrous oxide. It's mostly liquid in the tank when it's not being used. Once you inject it into your engine, it turns into a gaseous form. Now, it works on the concept that you need oxygen to burn fuel. The nitrous oxide is made of one nitrogen particle and two oxygen particles. So basically, what it does is that it enhances, it puts in more oxygen into the engine, and therefore causing your engine to burn more fuel, and therefore making it go faster. But the one problem is, it's only a very short amount. It's only for a short time. So if you got one tank, you only have about maybe a couple of minutes of boost at the least, and then you have to go and refill the thing. You have to continue refilling the bottle. Now with the turbocharger system, it uses your exhaust gases to actually give you the boost. Because it's the same thing, because it just gives the car more oxygen, but it's always there. It's not a temporary sort of boost, but it's constant and always there, because as long as you've got your turbocharger in the car, you're good to go. The thing is, it uses your exhaust fumes to spin the turbine. That's what it is. That's what it basically is. The turbocharger is actually just a turbine that is spun with the exhaust fumes. Now there's one turbine which is inside and one turbine that's outside. If you look at the one that's outside, that's the one where it draws in the oxygen from, and then it puts it into your engine. And it also uses the intercooler to go and bring in cold air. Now, for the supercharger, this is actually a belt-driven mechanism, which means it's riding on your car to boost your engine. It's riding on your car's engine. It's actually it works on the same concept as the nitrous oxide system and the turbocharger, but the only difference is, number one, that you'll be using your engine power, which would probably cause your petrol consumption to go up by about, I don't know how many ringgit or a couple of ringgit. It's a belt-driven system, but it does the same thing. It puts in more oxygen into your car. So the difference is, now if you look at the different noises that the car, I'm not going to talk about this. Let's just avoid that, okay? But let's look at the different advantages that it gives. Number one, if you use a nitrous oxide system, it is a short span, but it is a very big boost. It's a very big boost when you use the nitrous oxide system. With a turbo system, it is very linear. It's very linear in terms of its delivery. Okay, one of the disadvantages of a turbocharger system is that there's something called turbo lag. That means you mash your foot down on the gas pedal, it doesn't react instantly. There's a little gap between when it reacts. There's a gap in between when you step on the gas and when it reacts. So if you look at some cars, if you look at different. I mean, if you look at the Porsche, if you look at the turbocharger in a Porsche, sometimes you might have a bit of turbo lag because you step on it, you wait, then it comes in, and sometimes the turbo can come in the power can come in one big dollop, and you'll be struggling for grip. You'll be struggling just to go and keep the car under control. With a supercharger, it's the same thing with the turbocharger. That's one of the similarities. The power is also very linear. It is sort of the amount. The thing is, you can't turn off the turbocharger and the supercharger. Now with the nitrous oxide system, you can turn it off. It can be turned off. Like for example, if you're driving on a normal road, you don't want your nitrous oxide system, you can do that. You can have it off because there's a certain switch and there's a certain knob at the tank at the back. If you have it, it depends on where you have it. If you have the tank at the back, you can turn the knob and the nitrous will flow through. You have one, then you have the buttons. I mean, with the nitrous oxide system, you have to have two buttons. One, you have to use it to arm. One is to go and inject it. Now the problem with the nitrous, that's the only difference between the nitrous oxide and the turbocharger and the supercharger. You have to go and inject it on your own. You have to go and arm it on your own. The turbocharger and the supercharger, it's there when you need it. Even when you're not driving relatively fast, like a maniac, so to speak, if you get my point, it's still there. But the nitrous oxide system, it can be turned on or off. So that's the main big difference between those two things, those three different boost systems. Let's just call it that, boost systems. So recap, number one, a nitrous oxide system uses two buttons to inject you. It uses two buttons, one to arm it, one to inject your fuel. The turbocharger uses your exhaust, the exhaust gases to go and boost the car up, to go and bring in oxygen to help you burn your fuel. Then the supercharger uses a belt system that is connected to your engine, and it might cause your fuel consumption to go up a bit. But that's all I have time for today. I thank you guys for watching, and leave a comment down below in the comment section which would you prefer, nitrous oxide, NOS, turbo, or supercharger. Right now, I just say goodbye and thank you for watching.